Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing, not a review. Obviously we have a new ZT model. Now, I have seen it, I think. I've seen it, but I wasn't expecting a ZT release. Then again, we're kind of never expecting a ZT. I don't know why, it just feels like it's always a surprise that ZT is releasing something. But I'm always excited to see it. Truthfully, I've been a lot more excited about the Kershaw end of things, and I feel like a lot of people kind of agree with me there. But if you don't know, Kai USA owns both ZT and Kershaw. ZT being the dedicated premium end, and Kershaw being the anywhere from budget to semi-premium, sometimes premium end, right? But yeah, I've been more excited about Kershaw lately, but I'm still rooting for ZT to land with something. So I know what this is. I haven't opened it up yet. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions of it. Thanks so much to Kershaw ZT, Kai USA for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's see what we've got. What is the name of this knife? This is the 0512 Auto ZT. Tie. No, yeah. Wait. Is that titanium? Micarta canvas. Okay, let's just, instead of trying to decipher the box, let's just open it up. If it is titanium, I didn't know that, but it's also crewware. Okay, so a little bigger than the, yeah, this is what I thought. Is it seriously titanium? Is that right? Okay, well, so the reason, there's a couple of things here that are kind of interesting that I wasn't expecting. Number one, it's always the stamp clip is always a bummer. I wish they'd do a milled clip, but that's okay. I get it. This is made in the United States. Captive pivot. We have crewware, which is cool. If this is titanium, it's interesting that they would do titanium on an auto. We typically don't see that. We usually see aluminum, right? It's also a lot of brown and yellow. It's which is not, I mean, it's admittedly not my favorite color combination. It's very muddy, dirty. But some people really like this area of the color palette, right? Yellowy gold, backspacer, a couple of black ones back here. And then we have the brown, what I guess is titanium. Admittedly, it feels too heavy to be aluminum, right? And then we also have a titanium liner on this side. Kind of cool. Firing button is kind of unique. I can't say I've ever seen a firing button that looks like it has a pivot collar. Let's go ahead and fire it. Okay, pretty good firing action. It feels about the same, maybe a little more powerful than... Is this the same sort of chocolatey coating? I'm going to guess this is Cerakote or PVD or something. Hold on. It's kind of... This is kind of cool. I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's not the profile. The profile is super generic, right? But the color combination and the choice for materials, little elements, is kind of neat. I mean, here's what it says. TI VBRZ MIC canvas crewware. So canvas, micarta, and crewware I can make out, and then I assume that is titanium. It doesn't say anything about the coating here that I can figure out, but I would guess. Don't love this paragraph back here. It's just a little too much. Serial number 39, in-house design is what is being referenced there. Don't love the design. You guys tell me what you think here. I personally think that this would have looked better if they had done a chocolatey tie liner on both sides and then done the micarta scale on both sides. But I don't know. I think maybe I would have liked that a little more, but it is still kind of cool like this. The power on it feels good, and this is larger than the previous ZT Auto. As far as ZT knives feeling ZT nowadays, most of them don't. Most of them feel very, very dainty, which is the new persona I think that ZT has taken on, is premium and more realistically carryable. Like, I shouldn't say that, right? Most of us watching my channel, I feel like who you know, were interested in ZT knives back between, let's say, 2012 and 2017. That's the time period where ZT was, in my opinion, the most interesting, and they were making big, burly knives, like not massively overbuilt, but big, burly knives. So knives that are released by ZT today are they're not bad. They're just a lot smaller than what some of the old school ZT fans remember, right? This feels not exactly old school ZT, but it's a lot closer than the previous Auto and a lot of other things that they have released in the last few years. It's bigger for sure. I'm not sure it's quite 8 inches. I would guess 7.8. Oh, almost. It's about 7.9 inches. The blade length is 3.5 and the cutting edge is 3.35. So pretty standard ratios there. It is very comfortable. I think largely thanks to a traditional handle profile. And also the micarta it's not my favorite color, but it does look good. I don't know. Maybe I'm being tricked by this knife. These are all colors that I would say not my favorite, but together they're kind of neat. I think maybe the black throws it off a little bit. I wish that the hardware was maybe like this. I wish they had continued the firing button, if they had done something cool like that with the pivot and maybe the screws too. But it's fine. Oh, there is a mounting position on both sides for the pocket clip, so that's nice. It does feel very, very solid. I would imagine that this is probably not a whole lot different, if at all different, than the typical coil spring they would put in a full-size launch knife. So if you have a Kershaw launch knife that's full size, this to me feels very similar to like the Launch 16. I think that's a good example there. But good ergonomics, good jimping. It does feel very, very usable. The pocket clip is on the shorter side, which is something that I like. Not everybody, but I like that. And there's a nice rise in the build. It's not too crazy. So honestly, in and out of the pocket should be fine. It also looks fairly simple to take apart and put back together. I'm trying to put into words how I feel about this. It's kind of boring, but it's also not boring and very, does that make sense? Then there's nothing new going on here with the blade profile. There's a lot of non-typical things for both ZT and for knives in general, right? For ZT, they don't usually do autos. In fact, I think they only have one other auto, and it's the one that I unboxed here within the last couple of months. Typically, ZT doesn't do this brown coating, right? Or micarta on production knives. Not that I remember. Usually, it's carbon fiber or full tie or something like that. This is also a non-typical auto in general because of the titanium. I would not have expected them to do a tie liner. So there's a lot of things here that are just interesting. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like it. But it's more in the right direction, right? It's certainly, I like it more than the past auto. I'm going to carry it and use it, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts in a full-length review down the road. But it is cool. Let's go ahead and weigh it here real quick before we end this video. Whoops, sorry about that. I'll launch that thing across the room. So the weight, 4.3 ounces, would almost have to be aluminum at 4.3 ounces. I'm sorry, not aluminum. It would almost have to be titanium at 4.3 ounces. I feel like it would be maybe more like 3.5 or 3.7 at aluminum in this size. So I feel like that really is titanium. I mean, by this point of the video, you guys will have gone to the link or looked it up for yourself, right? And so will I, because it's probably been a few days since I've recorded this, right? Whenever I have it scheduled. But anyways, I'll link this down in the description. It's probably releasing on the day that I upload this. So I'll let you guys check it out. I'll try to provide a few different links to a few different retailers. Thanks again to ZT for sending this in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.